All right, with any luck, we are live. And welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Welcome to the ugliest livery you will ever see. I have no idea how I wound up with this livery. I picked a different one, but I guess that's the way it goes. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Chris, what's going on? How are you? So I decided to just give this a shot today and just see what we get. And so we got to do all this fun business before we get in the plane, which is I don't see an option to not have to do this. Bob, what's going on? Yeah, the thing is you still have to take all this crap off the plane before you get in it, which is a little bit weird. But I mean, it's less annoying with the with the controller, but it's still not unannoying. Unannoying, is that a word? SLH Sim Designs, and guys, I have a surprise for you today. We've got a scenery, my first scenery in Flight Sim 24 from SLH Sim Design. So we've got my first scenery today. We're going to be making a stop at Montserrat, John Osborne Airport in Montserrat, to check out that new scenery, which is pretty cool. Enzer Gums, how are you doing? It's been a long time. It's good to see you. What's going on? Veneno, how are you doing? Oh, this is fantastic. This is like the old days, the good old days. Anguilla ready yet? Oh, geez, that's too bad. I'm sorry, SLH. Next time we'll do it next because it's gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon the next time I'm flying out of here. So this is all I have set up pretty much so far. In 2024 is just the single engine piston because it's taken me forever to get things set up. But let's go rotating beacon on, mixture rich. There is no carb heat, master and battery switches on. There actually is a fuel pump. I take that back. Just sort of strange in a high wing airplane. But yeah, I've got my first one, Enzer, and it is John Osborne Airport in Montserrat, which is pretty cool stuff. So we'll crack the throttle. Fuel is on the left valve. I like this dude. He looks like a competent pilot, doesn't he? In my opinion. Let me see here. Get myself ready. Oh, cool. So I didn't know that the other ones worked already. I should have tried. That was silly. I didn't know that the 2020 sceneries worked already. All right. So throttle is cracked. Let's go toes on the brakes. Good start. Back to both. Get the throttle to 1,000 RPM. I can't figure out how to get the avionics buttons mapped, but we'll have to go with that. So here we are. I thought I had sent the flight plan. Maybe I did. Thought I had sent the flight plan to the avionics already. I do want to see some wind. I think I'm an option 2 guy as far as the wind goes. Can't remember which. So let's go set the, yeah, you can see the ghosting on the screen, but it is what it is. Ignacio from Ecuador, how you doing? That's awesome. I'm glad. And Peter, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, what else are we gonna do here? We need to do transponder, squawk and VFR, squawk and altitude. That's good stuff. And all right, well, we'll see what we get once we're airborne here. It should have. I don't know what this is right down here, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know what it's got set in for a flight plan. Let's take a quick look here. Flight plan. Yeah, okay. Good. TNCE. Perfect. So I take it back. We're all good. It's just a matter of getting airborne, so we should have leaned the mixture by now. Let's go. Nav and strobe lights on. Taxi light on. And we are not on... Yeah, Peter, I'm feeling the same way. We're getting there little by little. And, alright, toes on the brakes. And release the parking brake if we know where the parking brake is. There we go. He looks, doesn't he look like a competent pilot? I think he does. Tell me I left the chalks. Tell me I left the chalks. No, no chalks. So why is my aeroplane not moving? Parking brake is released. That's one thing. If you have to use full power to taxi, you might have left the chalks. I mean, what's going on here? The parking brake is released, is it not? Why is my airplane not progressing forward? Alright, takeoff power is set. Airplane's going nowhere. Alright. There's gotta be chalks, even though they're not showing. Yeah, there's the chalks. You're kidding me. This is the stupid thing about the, I don't know if you can remove them from here. This is the stupid thing about the walk around. The walk around thing is really frustrating. I understand why they did it. And so I'm just going to restart here and then we'll just reload and I'll have to pull the chalks. I understand why they did the chalks. Or the walk around thing. I get it. But it is so painfully poorly implemented. It is mind-boggling. Like I understand. Like first of all, you don't start a walk around outside the airplane. You start a walk around inside the airplane. First thing you do is get in the plane. So you know, and clear. They just don't. They're too clever by half is basically what it is. And see, this is not even going to move now. Alright, let's go here. Let's go here. Please tell me these will move. Like, please tell me these will move. And you have to get close enough to everything to actually, like, do what you need to do. Okay, now, is there anything else that is going to possibly impede my flying? Alternate static source closed, that could be. Yeah, the shift C will get you in and out of the plane, but unless you go around and take all this crap out. Alright. Unless you actually go and take all the, like, take the chalks out, and obviously. But it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. Alright, Les Axon, what's going on? 2024 Premium Deluxe. I got the Aviator package. Alright, let's go. Rotating beacon on, mixture rich. There is no carb heat. Master and battery switches on. Fuel pump on. Crack the throttle. Toes on the brakes. Anybody outside to kill or maim? There is not. So this is one of the good things about this plane is it's easy to start. Alright, there's a good start. Let's see. There is no... fuel flow is good. Oil pressure is good. We'll go Avionics Master on. Turn the fuel pump off. Fuel flow is still good. Nav and strobe lights on. Taxi light on. Lean the mixture for taxi. And hopefully now we can matriculate here. Alright. So, let's see. Oh, you can start a walk around inside the airport. That's pretty cool. But I mean, like, I understand why they want you to be able to do a walk around, but you shouldn't have to do a walk around. Please don't you dare. Oh, I've got the brake on. Alright. Please, for the love of all humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, tap the brakes, make sure the brakes are working, alright. So now, looks like we've got some other traffic here. On the ground in Anguilla. The one thing I've noticed is that the ground handling is not superb. It's these are such easy airplanes to turn in real life, and the only way to turn them on the ground in the sim is with full rudder and brakes. It's just silly. Alright, here we go. What now? Sounds like I'm dragging something. Ay. What now? It seriously sounds like I'm dragging something. Let's go landing light on, taxi light off. Runway is looking clear. Alright, runway is clear both ways. I'm gonna back taxi here a little bit. Always back taxi on center line. I'm not gonna go all the way back, I'll just go a little bit. So, first impressions of the sim. Yeah, that Jamie, you're right about that. I hopped in that in the Max earlier today. So I was curious. So first impressions are that the it is different for sure. Like the visuals, even the trees and everything are different because they're 3D instead of 2D. All right, final approach course looks clear. This is good enough for me as far as back taxiing. And see, you can't even. I'm full right rudder, and you can't even turn around in the width of the runway, which is ridiculous. Alright, the mixture is rich. We'll go fuel pump on. I have no idea what that sound is, but we'll deal with it. Heading indicator checks with the runway number. Takeoff power is coming in. Airspeed's alive. $60 knots. All right. And here we go. VY is what, 75, so we'll aim for that. There's 400 feet AGL. We'll make our first turn out here. Yeah, it's kind of loud. I almost feel like there's a door open or a window open. Loud. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this flight today, and I was thinking about doing an airliner or the ATR, but then I thought, you know what, do a GA flight and let's go check out, let's just go see some scenery. Let me drop the nose here just a little bit. Coming up on 1,000 feet, let's turn the fuel pump off. The pressure's looking good. So CDI is clearly not correct. Wonder what's this all about. Alright, well, for whatever reason, it did not take my flight plan in the avionics. We'll have to deal with that. Yeah, so I did see that. I just kind of thought it might be interesting to have. Like, I kind of like the company, really. He looks like a solid dude. Looks like reliable, you know what I mean? So just come out here over top of Juliana, and then we'll head southbound. Tell me if the engine sounds are too loud, if the sim sounds are too loud, and I can turn them down a little bit. But gotcha. So we'll go 3,500, I think, today. One of my favorite airports, Grand Cas. I stayed in an Airbnb right there in August or September, actually. Sounds are okay. Awesome. Thanks, Peter. So the first thing I noticed, like the water looks a better color, and you can see that kind of where the shadows hit the water. That looks a lot better to me. I mean, the shadows in general look a lot better to me. PC-24, I have not. I think that's going to be a cool airplane. I think that's going to be a cool airplane. Saba off there in the nose, off the nose here. 2,600 climbing 3,500, and it just, like, the water looks better to me. The vegetation definitely looks better to me. And I'm burning off the left tank, aren't I? I don't want to do that. So, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Flight Sim 24 is. From what I've heard, people in the UK are still having a tough time with it, unfortunately. I think the turbulence feels a lot better to me. 3,000 climbing 35. And I mean, just look at that. That just looks unbelievable. Two-tone. That guy streamed for literally like 36 hours. I mean, I just think this looks amazing. I really do. And we gotta go. I gotta go burn off the right tank for a few minutes because otherwise we're gonna have a fuel imbalance. And here's our first taste of clouds. The clouds look much better. They're not pixelated. 3,400 climbing 5,000. We'll lean the mixture a little bit. And let's nose it over here. We'll go, I can go 2,500 on the RPMs. Trying to go 2,500, it should be good. I mean, that just looks better to me. This is stock color. I don't have any filters or anything. And it just looks great. And you don't get the, the mechanical turbulence is a lot better too. It used to be completely unrealistic. If you went over land like that in 2020, you get thrown all over the place. Whereas in this sim, it's just, you get a little bit of a, little bit of bounce, but that's about it. So, it just looks fantastic. It really does. Duke Pilot, what's going on? So, for whatever reason, I'm not getting... my flight plan, which I thought I had put in. Yeah, Duke, that's the thing. So many people have had that, but look at this cloud. Look how much better this looks than 2020. Let's see here. We don't want to be... I mean, the clouds just look way better. I kind of like this livery, even though I didn't pick it. Our nose. Why? I'm confused as to why I'm not getting my flight plan. I don't quite know what CMPJM is. No. Of course, the other problem is I don't know the G1000 very well. But that's life. So, tell me it's not happening again. Jamie, I did store. I don't know what this. I don't even know what Steam is, to be honest with you. Duke, I had this the other day. I think I don't think it's on my end, to be honest with you. Had some people the other day said it wasn't looking good in or wasn't sounding good in the app, and then some people said it wasn't sounding good on the website, but it would probably be helpful if I knew the G1000. So, yeah, 24 to 25, right? Really see the point of this thing. Let's see here. It's got charts somewhere. So, St. Bart's over there. One of the things I'm playing with on this flight is my control settings. I want to see if the extremity dead zone helps with the twitchiness of the flight controls. The flight controls feel a lot better in this sim than the other one. Feel a lot better. The flight model in general is better. Of course, at 191. But what I don't understand. What I don't understand is why is my CDI pointing that way? Definitely not landing runway 7. Doesn't make any sense. So, let's see what we got here. Alright, pump it off, that's good. Over here, lean the engine. Pull the mixture out here a little bit. We'll watch the CHTs go up. Watch the EGTs go up. Yep, there's a little bit more RPM. $14.90 on the EGTs. Now let's come back to center fuel pump, or center fuel, both fuel tanks. You know, it's telling me to go direct 347, which is that way. I'm guessing the answer to that is no. Alright, so let's push the mixture back in a little bit. Okay, it's about 1480. There we go. Alright, so Patrick, testing all my planes in 2020. It is Shift C is the answer to that question. It is the most frustrating thing in the world to figure out. Yeah, Patrick, I was the same way. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Thanks. No worries. Yeah, Shift C. How do you change weather and time after starting a flight? If you come right up here to this icon at the top, you can do that. And it's really pretty cool. You've got... See, you can take this and just roll it back. And forward, for that matter. It's actually pretty cool. That's great, Patrick. Yeah, apparently the Brits are not having a lot of luck. A couple miles out. Start thinking about SLH is in the chat. The man, the myth, the legend. So, and I think I saw it said runway 7. Have they redesignated the runway now? It used to be runway 6. No, it's runway 6. Okay. This Patrick. Eduardo, what's going on? Yeah, the Brits left Europe. What are you gonna do? That's not looking like a real bright idea. See, this guy's on the lookout. Better to have 4 eyes for traffic, right? But I mean, look at this. Even the like the airplane windows are like kind of they're not glass. They're like plexiglass, and that's exactly what it looks like in real life. You get all those little scratchies on it. Ah, Jamie, that stinks. I really just would like to cancel my flight plan because it is the G1000 is completely goofed. Like, just cancel, please. How do I make it stop? How do I make it stop? Just stop. Oh, that's right. I gotta come down here. I'm a touchscreen guy. I've got in my plane. I've got nearest airport. Enter. We go. No, that's not what I want. In my plane, in real life, I have about 200 RPM out. ENC. And just give me a direct 2, please. Don't have to deal with that. Alright. So I don't know. Oh, you know why? I have it set on normal latency. Why do I have that? All right. I think what the problem is in the buffering, I accidentally set the stream to normal latency. I think that's the problem. But hopefully it clears up. And right now, this is new in the sim. But I guess this is probably from the sim update 16 or world update 16. That's looking pretty good. Rodney Bay oil terminal here on St. Eustatius. I literally have no idea what this livery is, but all right. All right, let's go fuel pump on. Let's go mixture rich. Landing light is on. Runway stick. We're still angling out just a little bit. Alright, we'll put in a notch of flaps. And go. Get ourselves a nice base leg here. You can also see the hey Scott, what's going on? How are you? You can also see the pappies from way further out now than you used to be able to, which is great. Oopsie, overshot that. Alright. Now let's get the nose down just a little bit. Alright, mixture is rich, fuel pump is on, gear is down and welded. A little bit of power out. A little bit more power out. Knots. Get on center line here. Boy, it looks beautiful around here. Yeah. Whoop. Okay, all right. That was some serious turbulence right there. One of my favorite. I love this airport. This is stock, obviously, but alright, power's out. And we are on. Okay. So. Let's go. And again, you can't even turn around in the width of the runway. which is kind of wacky. So SLH, I wish I had known. I would have loaded. St. Kitts too. We could have done St. Kitts. Let's check our altimeter. Altimeter's good. And we'll just taxi back here. I don't know why we're getting such. It sounds like I've got something stuck under the airplane, dragging along the ground, but that's all right. All right, let's go full length here. Yeah, the turning radius is crazy. Like, it's way too, you know, it's, I tell you what though, the stock airports look better to me. Just in terms of like ground equipment and like lighting and stuff. Alright, final approach course looks clear. Fuel pump is on. Landing lights are on. What else you need? Not much. Mixture is rich. Flaps is what we need. Flaps coming up. Check our trim real quick. Trim's fine. Alright, fuel pumps on, mixture's rich. We are ready to go. Takeoff power's coming in. Yeah, brakes definitely seem weak. I agree with that. Airspeed's alive. 60 knots, so once we just pull it up into a takeoff attitude and it should fly off right by itself, and it did. This is the thing to me, the lighting is so nice. I think the lighting is fantastic. My ability to fly the airplane while not looking from inside the cockpit is not fantastic though. I can't do that. I don't know why. Hey, buddy. We should give him a name. What should we name him? Alright. A little bit more right rudder here. Is that snow on top of St. Kitts? That would be a surprise to the people of St. Kitts. Alright. Harold. He does look like he could be a Harold. A Harry, right? Harold. I like Harold. Harold it is. Harold's a reliable sort of name. I want to go. See, this is to me what makes it much is where this sim is much different than 2020. This lighting is incredible. And like along here, along the bottom where the shadows in the water and stuff, it just looks awesome. Hey Christopher, what's going on? Of course, the only problem with having Harold over here is that I can't sit over there and look out the window. But that's alright. That's alright. I loaded full fuel because we're over water and I want as much fuel as I can have. Dominique, the Coconut Niner approach. Dude, I'll do that. Probably, we're not gonna get that far today. I still haven't done that approach in a jet. Most I've done it in is an ATR, and I nailed it. You do need a little bit of right rudder on climb out, which is nice. Yeah, Jamie, apparently you can get rid of them, but they're like, I was a little bit worried about the weight and balance because I was gonna put zero weight in the just fuel in the plane, and I was a little worried that it would make it really tail heavy. So, and the Cessnas, you gotta have a little weight in the front. I think 2,500 feet will do just fine. Just a little short hop down here to St. Kitts. So, put AK as CT08 and tried to open the cockpit door. That's pretty funny. Yeah, the whole walk around thing is going to be interesting, actually. BearX, it shouldn't be too long. I mean, the thing is, they didn't get the final SDK until like literally, I think within the last week. I mean, they only had like 5 or 6 days to prep. I mean, I think the end result that we saw on Tuesday is just indicative of the fact that they just weren't. I think corporate told them this is getting released before Thanksgiving, and they had no choice, is my guess. And so, yeah, the queue issue on startup should be resolved. I've heard people from the UK still having problems, but it should be resolved. I haven't had any trouble in the last 2 days. Get rid of all ATC inside the sim. If you go, I can show you, but I'd have to go into the settings. It's in, I forget where it is. But I'll send you a message, Jamie, and let you know. But I think payware planes are going to come pretty soon. I mean, you can use the 2020 planes now. You might get some like graphical anomalies or stuff like that, but you can use them. Especially like the 777, you can definitely use. The DC-6, I know you can use. But it shouldn't be too long. I mean, I think the whatchamacallit, the Piper Warrior, I think you can use. Anything that had the CFD updated before, I think you're pretty good to go. Maynard Lloyd Cappuccini. All right. I mean, I like him. He's a solid guy. He looks reasonable. You know, he's keeping a good eye out. I gotta try to balance the fuel a little bit. I screwed myself up by unbalancing the fuel. Look at this. Look at this sun. The sun just looks amazing. And the planes just feel more stable to me. SDK access on the 23rd. Yeah. Yeah, SLH. I heard it wasn't like until like the week before that it was actually good. Because I should have thought of the fact I can just ask you because you got it. But I mean, look at I just think it looks awesome. I really do. We got a 4 nautical mile window here. Alright. Start just a gentle descent. Bring the power back to about 2,300. Start a nice gentle descent. Christopher, I don't know. That's a good question. That would be cool. Like one of your worst nightmares in real life. I was flying under the hood once with a friend of mine, a safety pilot. We were doing practice approaches. And I didn't see it because I had the hood on, but he said we missed a bird by like a foot. Just kind of terrifying. Carib Fly, St. Croix. Where are you in St. Croix? We stayed over by Fredericksburg or Frederiksted. It's a beautiful island, it really is. Yeah, I totally agree. I think the scenery looks awesome. And this is just right out of the box. Nothing no dynamic vibrance or anything. You look at how clear the reflections are of the trees on the water. Just looks awesome. Alright, we got runway 7 coming up here. So let's go a little bit steeper in angle into this runway. This is like 3.5 degrees to glide slope, glide path. That's a nice looking plane. I always like the I own a Cherokee, but I like the 172. It looks like a nice plane. It's like a sturdy aircraft, you know? Alright. Come back. 2100. First notch of flaps. I left my fuel pump on the entire way. My mechanic's gonna love me. Deus, yeah, it's running really good. I haven't had a single stutter yet in the sim. Not one. Not one. Alright, runway 7. Little high right now, but see, you can already see the pappies right here. If anything, they've made them a little bit too bright, but it's much better than the other sim. Much better. No, I'm not using a VPN. I haven't had any problem getting in since what's today? Thursday? I had problems on the first day, but that's it. Alright, fuel pump on, mixture is rich, gear is down and welded. I'm gonna keep 1 notch of flaps and just ride 1 red light all the way down. I don't mind a little extra speed because it's a steeper glide path and we might get some turbulence over the terrain here. So I don't mind just kind of chilling out here a little bit too high. We'll just see what we get. Little bit of nose up trim. I am perfectly happy at 85 knots and 1 red light. Perfectly happy. Just see what the, yeah, see here, we're gonna get some turbulence. And, alright, wasn't too bad. You look at the trees look so much better. Oop, no, we're not doing that. Alright, now I'm willing to go 2nd notch of flaps. Bring in some power. And we'll let the nose come down here just a bit. Alright. Alright. Little bit of power out. Now I am a happy pilot. 70 knots-ish. Look at those trees. These look great. A little bit of power out, a little bit of nose up. And drifting back to center line. Power out, power out. Whoa. Oh, that was appalling. Alright, mixture's rich, fuel pump is on. Bring the flaps up. Flaps up. Alright. Power coming in. Power is set, airspeed's alive. 60 knots. We'll just ease the nose back here a little bit. I think the Asobo planes, they're not bad, but they're a little too easy to fly. SLH, I'm killing myself for the for not having your scenery loaded. Yeah, Christopher, they probably are. You're probably right on both accounts. But it's alright. I mean, you think about, look at that. That's what gets me, is that light. The light is just awesome. The light is just awesome. I mean, it just looks so good. Look at that. Where are we going? I have no idea. Alright, there's 1,000 feet AGL. Let's turn our fuel pump off for the first time in an hour. I don't think so, because I turned it on and I don't think I have anybody flying with me. I haven't seen anything yet. That's a good point, actually. I hadn't really thought about the fact that multiplayer might not be working. Got Nebus off the John, I can't wait. So I think I'm getting a VR headset here pretty soon, which will be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So, but yeah, I'm imagining the, I mean, if flat panel looks this good, I can't imagine what VR must look like. Ooh, Hans. So you can't delete your rolling cache? And I've done the same thing. I left on the left fuel pump, or fuel tank as well. Shoot. It's like, I can't even help but look around because it's just so cool. You know? You literally can't resist the urge to look around. And it's just gorgeous. I put in 2,700 hours in the old sim, which is pretty wild, considering any other, like, I probably had maybe 400 hours of sim time total before 2020 came out, and most of that was for instrument training. But there's no button. There's no that stings. You know, Christopher, yes, I mean that's really the problem, because I had some low bandwidth messages, and what happened, I was in the 152 and your instruments start to fade. Like I lost a couple instruments. We'll go 3,500. I lost a couple instruments. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. But here. Oh. Trying to do 3 things at once. Oh, and I just did the one thing I didn't want to do. Alright, there's 3,400. Push the nose over, pull some power. Down to about 2,500 on the RPM. I'm actually going to go about 2470, and we'll lean it out. That'll give us a couple extra RPM back. Overall, the whole flight model is better. Like, you don't spend a year and a half trimming anymore. Another thing I noticed. You don't spend forever trimming anymore. Which is really cool. Let's go ER. Oh, no. Gosh, it is beautiful. That's a really cool airport right down here too. Outside. This little airport right here. Nevis, that's a cool little airport. Let's see here. Whoops. Go E. R. The thing is a little too bright, man. E. G. There we go. Alright. Alright, heading on 147 here. Not along the coast here. Just look at the ground. I think the ground looks really good. The actual earth itself. Possible to release parajumpers. Yes, it is. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but yeah, Deus. Yes, the sim streams all the planes. Yes, which is pretty. I mean, I understand streaming the scenery. I think streaming the planes is potentially problematic, but we'll see. Just amazing how realistic it looks. And it's also amazing that I've lost 300 feet in altitude. Let's see here. Thoughts on MSF24 so far? I think it's fantastic. I mean, the menu system is just mind-bogglingly confusing. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why they had to redo the entire keyboard layout and like all the bindings. I don't know why they did that, but they did. I don't know why they chose to force you to do the walk around every single flight. That's irritating. But I mean, the flight model is phenomenal. The visuals are unbelievable. And it's basically just, I think we're starting off from a much better point with 2024 than we did with 2020. This is way, way more advanced than 2020 was when it came out. Way more advanced than 2020 is now. You know, so I'm being lazy, get up to 3,500. Lazy piloting. Look at this water. Look at that. I mean, that just looks unbelievable. Darn Ghost, that's incredible. Yeah, I don't anticipate really doing much walking around, to be honest, but who knows? Quite interesting what they've done, I have to say. Come on. Alright, leaning the mixture here a little bit. What do we got? 27 miles, not a whole lot. Diving. Yeah, I did St. Bart's yesterday. St. Bart's is great. I mean, AMD did not update the driver. Yeah, ground handling is definitely better. It's just the there we go. It's just the turning radius, and it's probably just the stock planes. I'm sure the other planes are better at it. Yeah, I definitely, Starsky, I definitely agree with that. I mean, you can almost, it still leans if you do aileron into the wind on a crosswind takeoff. The airplane still leans, but not nearly as bad, and it's a lot more controllable. Go put the mixture in here until we get about 1510 on the EGP, which is right there. A little bit keener. Alright, there we go. Alright. We're making pretty good progress. That. How amazing that looks. John, how are you doing? Let me see here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, I just wish they'd roll. I mean, the control system, the settings and all that stuff was confusing enough in 2020. I don't know why they had to make it more confusing in 24, but whatever. I don't understand why they did that, but they did. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna check one thing. See how what the airport elevation is. Airport elevation is. Why are you leaning? I corrected my fuel imbalance. Stop leaning. 550 feet. This is probably the highest airport in the Caribbean. And yeah, I did get rid of the blue highlights. Somebody mentioned that to me, how to fix it, and that was very, very much appreciated. By the way, this airport that we're going to now is my first actual 2024 payware, which is from SLH Sim Designs, and it is John Osborne Airport on Montserrat, and this is one of my favorite airports in the sim. One of my favorite places to fly. This is a really cool airport. Look at how much better the much better the lighting looks in the cockpit. It's unbelievable. And my instrument instructor, when I used to do things like this, he would yell at me because we're paralleling the path that we're supposed to be on. We should be over here on the magenta line, but I just don't. The reason I'm doing it is because when we come into land, instead of coming in like this and then coming out and in, I'm just gonna come in like this and then straight in. But my instrument instructor would yell at me for doing this, which makes sense because you shouldn't be doing this IFR, doing it VFR. Let me see. Jamie, you should be getting good performance with that. You should definitely be getting good performance with that. They're not, Peter, the trims are not as bad. They are still, oh, the trim. No, the trim's much better. The trim itself is much better. I thought I was thinking the control sensitivities. The trim is much better. And the clouds are so much better. Look at how much better those clouds look. Oopsie, look at that. Wow. And the sun just looks incredible. You can see this moving around in the wind. Wow. No, Jamie, that can't be low. Not even close. It told me high end, and I said everything to ultra. I mean, I think they tell you. I think it's too conservative. It's definitely too conservative. All right, we're probably 10 miles out, going 2 miles a minute. That's 5 minutes. We gotta lose 2,000 feet in 5 minutes. That's 400 feet a minute. So let's do that. Pilot math, baby. Pilot math. Clouds look unbelievable. I'm back to about 2350 on the RPM. And these low misty, these like misty type clouds in Flight Sim 2020 had a really strong impact on performance. In this sim, it has no impact on performance that I can tell anyway. It is just gorgeous. Look at this. Matisek, what's going on? How are you doing? Yeah, the ray tracing looks really good. Yeah, Peter, I think just generally speaking, in the other sim, the trims were... I think it had as much to do with aerodynamics as anything. In this one, it's much better. Darn Ghost, I don't have... I have all of the actual, like the graphic settings are all turned up high. But I don't have, like, I have some boat traffic, I have some not air traffic, I have some boat traffic, I have some ground traffic, like road traffic, but I don't have a lot, you know. I'm still getting, I'm just kind of easing in as far as that goes. Get rid of the co-pilot. You have to, you can change it in the EFB when you're loading the weight and balance. For Kenneth and Hans, it doesn't come up in NVIDIA in the NVIDIA app yet either. So I'm kind of surprised about. I think I got an eye on the runway from here, but see here. What is it? Runway 1028. That makes sense. Dominican Rat, what's going on? It has been a long time. How you doing? Good to see you. First group flight in 2024. We can do. Might be able to do Sunday. I don't know if group flying works yet in 24. I actually set this up as a. I have it set up with multiplayer, but it didn't seem to do anything. So I haven't. Like I have multiplayer turned on right now. But so far it's just Harold and I. This is Harold, by the way. Good haircut. Nice. Oh. This is a tricky little airport. Yeah, no multiplayer. What we can do... Yeah, Dominican Rat, everything's good, man. Everything's good. You know? Had kind of a wacky September, but life is good nowadays. We can do, if we can't do 2024 group flights, we can do a 2020 group flight on Sunday. I don't know how many people still have 2020 installed. I do. I'm gonna keep it just basically just to do group flights. You know. Alright, what are we looking at here? We're looking at about 5 miles. I'll put in a notch of flaps here. Approach flaps. And Kenneth, no, this is Montserrat. What I'm gonna do actually, get back in the white arc here. Do a little better job of this. Look at this. I mean, this just gets me. It is so beautiful. I did an evening flight around Anguilla and St. Bart's yesterday, and it's just so beautiful. Look at this. Peter, my dad's doing well. My dad's doing well. He's definitely on the way to recovery. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. I just is, and all you guys from the Caribbean, you guys know how unbelievable the sunsets are in the Caribbean. You know. Jamie. All right, so I'm gonna angle it out here a little bit so I can get oh, that's a 4 nautical mile ring. Gotta be closer than 4 nautical miles right now, I would think. So this one I'm gonna do a little bit slower. No cap peaks, exactly, I know. I was thinking the same thing. What? Alright, for Jim Bridgman, I'm gonna bug my... Oopsie. No. Come on. Jim, I'm trying to do it. I'm gonna bug my runway heading, which is not easy to do. Nah, it's not even worth doing. I hate the G1000. I honestly hate it. Alright. Four miles at 1,300 feet above Airport elevation, that's about right. What's not right is I am not on a base leg. Alright. Go second notch of flaps. I'm gonna bring some power out. Get the nose down. Get ourselves over on center line. I want 75 knots. 70. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Tell me that is not gorgeous. I mean, that is just stunning. Alright. Now let's fly the airplane. Let's go fuel pump on. Mixture is rich. Gear is down and welded. Seat belts are secure. Can't even quite make out. Yeah, I think I totally overshot this. Now I can see the runway. That's okay. We'll do some S turns. Dead stick, what's going on? We're doing pretty well. We're doing some S turns on final here, heading into one of my favorite airports. Alright, now we'll just ease in a little bit of power. Bungalow! I am in multiplayer, but from what I hear, multiplayer doesn't work. Alright. No. One thing I don't want to do is get low here. Alright, fellas. Here we go. Fuel pump on, mixture's rich, seatbelts are secure, gear is down and welded. A little bit too much energy here. Not worried about that. Alright. Negligible wind, which is good. High, which is not too bad. Alright. Just don't want to come up short on this one, as you can tell the reason why. That's not too bad at all. That's not too bad at all right there. Come on, ease it on, ease it on. A little bit of right rudder. Oh, that was a cruncher. Oh, that was a beauty. That might be the worst landing I've ever made. It was looking oh so good. And look at the brakes. I mean, I am standing on the brakes for like 1,000 feet for nothing. Yeah, the brakes and the turning radius are pretty poor. But let's go here. Let's go. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is John O. Osborne International Airport. Our flaps up. Well, going around the runway. But John O. Osborne International Airport on the beautiful island of Montserrat. This is done by SLH Sim Designs. And this is one of the reasons why SLH Sim Designs is my favorite airport developer, because look at the animals, look at the cows. Is for doing airports like this, because I'm so glad that we get these really cool, you know, kind of more localish airports to enjoy. And he does just a beautiful job with them. As you'll see, there's an islander right there. Let's come over here and we'll take a look at, gosh, look at this. Beautiful airport. And I love like little things. I'll show you the little things that I love. Pull this around here real quick. Alright, goes on the brakes, throttle in here. I'll show you real quick kind of the things. Is that why? I didn't have the parking brake on the whole time, did I? That's not really possible, I don't think. But like, for those of you guys who don't know the Caribbean, like you always see these shipping containers at airports. They're everywhere at airports. And you know, and the little baggage carts and the fire trucks, they love a good fire truck. And it's such a beautiful little airport. Look at the observation deck up here to check out the goats and chickens. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool. I love the little baggage carousels in here. Little Caribbean kind of little Caribbean style house. SLH, this is awesome. Really, really cool. I love it. This is my kind of airport. This is the kind of airport that just makes my day. You know? Beautiful job. Thank you for doing this. You know, and the little radio tower here. SLH, I gotta tell you, I really appreciate the fact that you do airports like this because they're just so much fun. They're just so much fun to fly. Now let's see if the plane makes less noise without the parking brake on. Let's see. Let's do a little hop down to oh, it's definitely maybe that's why my ground handling wasn't very good. No, it's still doing the same thing. SLH, I can't wait to see all of your sceneries in 24. It'll be awesome. Now I gotta load up Anguilla and see how we do. So let's pop on down to Guadeloupe here. Oh, nice. So free upgrades for 2020. For 2020 owners, that's awesome. That is very generous. Look at those clouds. I mean, they really nailed it with the oh no, you can see me. That's awesome. Bungalow, are you in Flight Sim 2020 or 2024? Must be 24. And see, this is the other thing, right? Look at this. All the little buildings over here on the side. It just looks awesome. Just looks awesome. And the runway markings. Absolutely awesome. Boy, I don't want to get this. Look at this. Oh man, the sunsets are amazing. Bungalow, that's strange because I don't see any other. I mean, I see other planes, but I don't see anything that I would think it would be you. But let me see once I get turned around. Look at this. So this is what sunsets look like in the Caribbean. This is exactly what they look like. Okay. Gotta really make sure we get our turn good here, because otherwise we're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, you've got to go toe brake and power and full rudder just to get it around. I'm gonna go short field technique here. Alright, toes on the brake. Go a 1 notch of flaps. Go mixture rich. Fuel pump is on. Make sure the parking brake is off. And man. Alright, off we go here. Bring in the power. Toes are on the brakes. Takeoff power is set. I'm off the brakes. We'll be pulling off the ground at about 55 knots here. Airspeed's alive. Yeah, we got enough. About 55, we'll start easing it back. Get it up, get it into ground effect, get some airspeed. And now we'll start climbing out here. Man, look at that. Boy, we didn't clear that by much, did we? We didn't clear that by very much. Aviate, what's going on? Let's see. I don't know. This is, so I haven't really messed around with this sim much in terms of like, performance stuff. All I did was added the frame gen mod. That's pretty much it. 1,000 feet. Go fuel pump off. Fuel flow is good. Let's walk up the flaps. And that's gonna help us. Yeah, Bob, I saw that. Chicago has got a nice snowstorm going on. Alright, let's climb at about, I'm at 85. That's one of the nice things, that's another nice thing about the sim, is like, when it's cold here, I can just go pretend I'm in somewhere warm, you know what I mean? Alright, let's go. Let's go direct to. Why does it do this to me? Why do you do this? Let's do contrast. I can read it. E. No. EF. One of the nice things about the G1000 is you can do the you can fool around with the avionics and then still see where you're going. EFF. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's go to Desert Rod. That's an even better idea. That's a much better idea. Let's do that. That's a much better. Did I just not hit that? Oh, you're kidding me. I just did all that for nothing. Okay, great. How frustrating. Alright guys, we'll be back with our regularly scheduled program here pretty soon. EFFA. Yes. 153 on the heading. No. So why, if it's 153 on the heading, is my 3,000 climb at 3,500? No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant Les Saints. EFF. Let's level off here first. Alright, start pulling the power back, start leveling off. Let me go, Enzo, that's cool. I don't know why I don't see anybody. I don't know why I don't see anybody. Let me find out where I'm going first. TFFS. Let's go to TFFS because that is going to be a Stobo. I wonder how much fuel I have left. No. Please don't do this to me. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. Alright. So. Now that we are leveled off here a little bit. Power out. We're about 2470, and then when we lean it out, we're gonna get those 300 RPM back. Come in. Alright. Start leaning it out here a little bit. In real life, what you want to do is you just pull the mixture a little bit and then let it sit for like 30 seconds. You don't want to sit there pulling the mixture the whole time. Back to about 2480. One cool thing about the G1000 is you can be very precise. Pull some more mixture out. Watch the EGP come up. That's what I'm watching right there. Pull some more mixture out. Okay, there we go. We're past peak EGT. Peak EGT is about 1530. Now I'm going to push this into 1480. So that's what I'm looking for, about 1480 right there. And that is peak EGT. And we're good to go. We have cleaned our engine. Alright. Let's see. Yes, Jean, you can get rid of them. I just was worried about doing so because I was afraid that my weight and balance wouldn't be good for the flight. Let me see. Yeah, Jamie, how is that? How is the joystick going? What is? I still can't see anybody. But man, these clouds, it's so accurate to how it looks in real life in this part of the world at night. It really is. Glad I didn't upgrade my PC, to be honest. I thought about doing it, but don't have to. Let's see here. Let's see here. Alright, so weird that seems like a lot of people are getting low FPS. Mine is good. I mean, I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you, actually, now that I mention it. I have no idea what my FPS is. No idea. Alright, we're good. I turned the fuel pump off. I did. Hopefully we get to Les Saints before dark. I don't think it's one of the airports you want to be landing at when it's dark out. Let's see. We shall see. Jamie. Oh yeah, you're right, it does. But you know what? Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, because I've got the frame gen mod going, so it's going to show 60. Pegged at 60. 1% low is 55, which is really good. Yeah, I mean, geez, all those numbers look great. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't think you guys can see that. Hold on, maybe I can... Let me see here for 1 second. Here, let me know if you can see that now. Should be able to see it. Yes, this is live weather. And now you can see my FPS, so that's... I mean, I'm using the frame gen mod, so it's going to be 60. But, I mean, GPU utilization is 60%, mid-60s. CPU is perfect. I mean, it's really good. I mean, these numbers look awesome. I actually have some overhead to increase my my settings. And Kenneth, we will definitely be flying the Twin Otter. That's a cool airplane. Yeah, I mean, these numbers are fantastic. You know? Aviate, I don't know if I'm just lucky or what. I mean, I've always had good performance out of this PC. I get better performance out of this PC than I should get. I'll tell you that. But, alright, I'm bored with FPS now. But one thing I've decided is that in my performance videos, I'm going to start using FPS now. CPU is a 12,700K, and my GPU is a 3080 Ti. And once again, I have gone from my intended cruising altitude to 300 feet below it. That is poor piloting. It is lazy piloting. Back up to 3,500 feet. Yeah, the clouds definitely look better than 2020. Like, way better. Way better. And, like, I haven't even gotten to, like, I haven't even, you know, gotten up yet. Yep. Yeah, I'm on the same thing, Bungalow. Whatchamacallit? DLAA. I'm just aiming right for the end of that, right for the southwest side of the island right there, the corner. What kind of ground speed are we making? 2 knots headwinds, but that's not too much, obviously. But, yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Please stop. Wind. Yes, we like option 3. We like option 3. Alright, let's make sure our transponder is in VFR. Oh, that's no good. Alright. Unless that makes the plane too dark. If it makes the plane too dark, let me know and I'll turn the lights back on. Let me see. You know, Aviate, that's a really good possibility. You know, with a new program, maybe your firewall, like, decides because especially Play Sim 2020, not a lot of people are using it, so it may think there's something funny going on. That's possible. I've thought about that actually. Is that maybe that's one of the issues that people are having. And we can start seeing right over in. Is it here or here? Is the city of course now it's not going to come to mind. The Hay in Guadeloupe. That's where they filmed Death in Paradise. My favorite TV show. Let me see. Aviate, you really could be right about this one. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can probably turn it on, right? On the preset weather. The thunderstorms, that is. This plane does not have rudder trim. Why is it? And my fuel is not in balance. Do you weigh more than I do, Harold? Do you? Probably not. He looks slender. Alright. I don't know why, but I feel like this. I just feel like this plane has a really high nose-up attitude. It doesn't. That just looks awesome. Just looks awesome. I think the sound is pretty decent too for the plane. I don't have it off. I haven't checked it, to be honest with you. But it's worth checking. I would definitely check it. I think the Hay is right in here. When we were in Guadeloupe, we stayed here. And then the Hay is right over here. That's where they filmed Death in Paradise. My dog's starting to get irritated. My dog starts getting irritated about 5 o'clock. He wants to get up. Not that he has any place to go, mind you. Love the clouds. Absolutely love the clouds. That's Point Pitre Airport right there. This is where in real life I would start getting nervous because we got another 35 miles to go. It's getting dark out. That's funny, John. But yeah, so that's the Hay, the city in Guadeloupe where they filmed Death in Paradise. Beautiful. It's a beautiful town. It really is. It really is. Come on. This is such a big island. And the roads are so like, you can see it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. To get from here all the way down here would probably take you at least an hour. Probably longer than that. Catherine's Bar is going to be right about there. That's where I stayed, right over here. Look at the clouds. How awesome they look. I don't know, Jean. It's a good question. We'll see once we get. Of course, I should know. If I had a chart, I could tell you. But I don't. This is gonna be tight getting in there. The light. We'll see. Worst comes to worst, we'll just head over to Point of Pitre, which is right here. Always have a backup plan. If I didn't have a backup plan, I'd be nervous. But I got a backup plan. I got a backup plan. Frank, yes you can, but you have to take the weight out of the plane. And number one, he's just a friendly looking guy. And number two, I didn't want to take the weight out because I was afraid of that it would throw the weight and balance off. And about 95% of my flying in real life has been solo pilot, like no passenger and no co-pilot. Nobody wants to fly with me, I don't know why. That looks so, this little like red between the horizon and the clouds looks so realistic. Still 28 miles to go. Boy, it feels like we're crawling, doesn't it? Death in Paradise season, what? Season 13, starting Christmas special. They have a new detective. Interesting. I like the actor. I think the actor will be, we'll see. No add-on at all. This is just the straight color from the sim. It just looks so good. There's definitely no. I think there's no reason at all to use the maps mod, the maps mod, the maps mod in 2024 because it just looks so good. And I don't think I'm gonna use any visual mods at all. At least not for a while until I kind of settle in. Looks so good. VR racing guy, what's going on? Yeah. You and a lot of people, I'm sorry, man. That stinks. I had the day one frustration that everybody else had. But I tell you what, it's a good thing I didn't take I should have, theoretically should have taken the day off. I'm glad I didn't. And I gotta stand up for a second. Been sitting down for 2 hours. Or at least move around. Look at this. This looks awesome. I love the water effect. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is try DLDSR, see how that works, because I've got some GPU overhead, and that would just make it totally ridiculous. Guadeloupe is a big place. Big place. Let me see. Let me check my lighting before it gets dark. Oh, okay. That's good. That'll make me happy right there. Yeah. Alright, that's looking good. Now we got some light. Yeah, we got some light. Night flying in real life is beautiful. I love night flying in real life. Let's see. Does V-Pilot work in 20? It should. It absolutely should. I almost did it today, but then I thought, nah, let's wait until get at least one flight in before I decide to try VATSIM, even though VATSIM in a 172 is not really much of a challenge. But John's Adventure. Hey John, what's going on? How are you doing? Got rid of my Pokeball, clicking on the player. Somebody else mentioned that, and I forgot. Clicking on the player profiles. Player profiles. I'm gonna write that down. Nice. Thank you. I kind of like the info. Looks solid. Looks reliable, in my opinion. Oh, there's another airport. Well, let's... I got it. That is... I forgot the name of it. There's an airport right up here along the coast. Same flight in 172. Well, Gizmo 104, we're glad you're here. We are glad you're here. I'm telling you, this sim is just gorgeous. Alright, I'm gonna burn a little bit of fuel out of the right side here just to try to balance out a little bit. Yeah, the Twin Otter should be pretty good, but it's a fun plane to fly around here for sure. We got probably the runway we're looking. There's an airport right along here. It should be right along the coast, kind of like this. The airport we're going to is over here. Gizmo, I do not. I don't trust helicopters. Helicopters have the aerodynamics of a grand piano. I don't trust them. I've been in a helicopter once in my life, in real life. I've never had any interest in helicopters, even in the sim. Yeah, Jean, it is fast. Not a hell of a lot faster. The thing with airplanes is, in order to cover really a lot more ground, you've got to go a lot faster. Like I think the cruise speed of the, well, I guess it is quite a bit faster. About probably 70 knots faster. But yeah, that will get you moving along. But like for example, like the Arrow having a retractable gear, you know, getting an extra 15 knots doesn't really make that much of a difference. You know, it's got to be a good 50 knots to really make a difference, because most flights in small planes, they might be 2 hours, you know, and 50 knots in 2 hours might make a difference of what, 20 minutes, you know, 20 minutes. Not that much. Not that much. I'm gonna start. We should be right over top of. Oh, there we go. That's the runway. That's the airport. Such a cool airport. Guadeloupe is great. Yes, Frank. Basically exactly the same. Yeah. You're the second person in 2 days that's mentioned Jurassic Park. Alright. getting into a little bit of haze. So this type of haze in Flight Sim 2020 was tough on the graphics for whatever reason, but in 2024 it's not. This type of like hazy overcast would do a lot, would kill your performance in 2020. Alright, so we're about 10 miles out, so I'm gonna come back to about 2300. Start a nice lazy descent. Let's not start a lazy descent into that hill, however. That would be a poor decision. I can't wait until there's a mod I had for 2020 which gets rid of this bar every time you move the mouse. It's really irritating. Look at this. Oh, look at the traffic, the road traffic below. I think I just saw an accident. Alright. I'm gonna come down about 500 feet a minute. Alright. This might be a bit adventurous. We'll see. Andrew, what's going on? How you doing? What's happening? Good to see you. We're just doing some island hopping today in Flight Sim 24. And the reason I picked this airport to end the day is because it's one of the airports from the Caribbean sim update. So it should be a nice scenery. Look at that. Got cars on the road. Pretty sweet. Oh, this looks good. Alright, we're burning out the right tank right now, right? Alright, let's go. Both tanks. Alright. Bringing those RPMs back as we descend. What runway is Listain? Runway. What runway is it? I wish I knew what runway it was. Let's see here. Sky vector should tell me. Runway 9er. Alright. Runway 9er it is. We definitely gotta start coming down now here. So under 110, I'm gonna put in a notch of flaps. And that's gonna pitch us up. Oh no. Alright, so you basically, it's like right in this little slot here. You just press the hill and in you go. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. The last couple weeks at work have been nuts, so I have no problem taking this afternoon off just to do some flying. Okay. That bar, I know there's a mod for it that I had in 2020 which got rid of it, which was really great. Alright, now I need to start fidgeting. Comfortable landing here. Alright, let's go fuel pump on. There is no carb heat. there we go. All right. So, yeah, Andrew, the atmosphere just looks amazing. It really does. All right, now we gotta get serious about bringing the power out here. So, the runway's gonna be right over there. If I just aim for this second little crest right here, can you? I don't even know if you guys can see this very well. It looks brighter on my screen in the sim than it does on YouTube. Oh, but it just went dark, didn't it? That airport's looking pretty good right now. Let's see what we can do here. This might not be a lit runway at night. Enzer, so it's not like the Win Air ones, or no? Yeah, this just went really, really dark. Not quite sure that we're going to be landing in the Saints tonight. Let's see. Alright, let's go mixture rich. Fuel pump is on. This second notch of flaps. I'm willing to look, but I don't know if we're gonna make it in here. I can definitely see better than you guys can on YouTube, but it's still not real good. Still not real good at all. Yeah. I mean, in real life, I definitely would not be landing here. No chance. And it's gotten too dark. Not happening. So let's go check out Point Pitre. Discretion is the better part of valor. YouTube 2020. I don't have an HDR monitor, so not gonna. Besides, in real life, this would be pitch black right now. I mean, pitch black. Look at that sky. Hold on. Look at that. That looks amazing. Look at this. You guys see that? There's the guy who's about to stall. Ah, okay. I don't have an HDR monitor, so I've never bothered with HDR. But yeah, so we're gonna have to go over and do Point Pitre here, which is fine. We missed that by about 5 minutes. If we'd been about 5 minutes earlier, might have had a chance, but so be it. Like I said, that's why you have a backup plan. That's why you have a backup plan. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Point Pitre, enter. Alright, straight ahead. 21 miles. We'll do 1,500 feet. I'll tell you what, the night scenery is awesome. I don't know if you guys can see this Milky Way right there. You see that? It's insane. The night setting is just unbelievable. It's 1500. 1500 will do the trick. Yeah, let's go 2000. I like a little more altitude. Only one option in NVIDIA game filters. Okay. Oh yeah, I know that option actually. Never tried it. So you can use that without an HDR monitor. I've just never turned it on for that reason. But yeah. Alright. I would like to be able to turn down the intensity on the old G1000. I know there's a way to do it, but I don't know much about the G1000. Alright, we'll go 2500 RPM. Alright, 2000 on the nose. We are not using autopilot, ladies and gentlemen. This is simply flying excellent. That's all it is. Simply flying excellent. Not gonna last because I'm flying. So, gosh, it's beautiful. That's the thing about this. Even 2020, like there are times when you just look at it and you're like, wow, it's beautiful. And I mean, that's Marie Gallant over there, that island. Just beautiful. So it's turning on the island to hit it. I don't know what. Fuel tanks are balanced, but the cars look better. The cars on the road look better in 2024. Look at the lights, like kind of pink peeking through the trees and stuff. Really good. Right, what do we got? 13 nautical miles. I mean, if you think about it, it doesn't feel like you're going very fast, right? Going 105 knots, like what, 110, 115 miles an hour. But we made it from Anguilla to Guadeloupe and at a lazy, you know, it's not like I flew direct or anything. Made it from Anguilla to Guadeloupe in 2 hours. I mean, that's a pretty decent distance. It really is. Basically halfway down the island chain. Looks like we got some clouds over there, or some rain showers. Cars have headlights. Did they have headlights in 2020? The good thing is I know Point of Peach, right? Apparently I don't know what my altitude is. guy's growing on me. He really is. He's quiet, you know. My kind of pilot. Some rain right here in a second. The airport straight ahead, Bubble Dock. A little bit of rain coming in, it looks like. Alright, what are we looking at? Inside of 10 miles. Make a nice, easy right base, which is probably the wrong traffic pattern. Oh no. Where are you located? What country, what area? Starting to look a little, weather's starting to look a little bit marginal here. Start making out the runway lights or the airport lights anyway. Gonna head right up that gap. And that should be a good short right base. For 1-2. Yeah, you're starting to get a little, starting to get some rain sprinkles on the windscreen here. All right, coming up on 5 miles. I'll bring some power out. Go fuel pump on. Down into flap range, go 1 notch flaps. And pull a little bit more power. Alright. A little bit of rain. Gosh, it looks beautiful. It really does. Alright. Starting to see the taxi lights there. Alright. One of the nice things about flying GA planes is how simple they are, basically. Alright, fuel pump on. Mixture is rich. Seatbelts are secure. Gear is down and welded. That is your pre-landing checklist complete. Back on the power. The nose up. Off speed. Down about 1800. Got the 12 right over here on the right hash mark. That gives us a nice base leg. 85 knots. Second notch flaps. And short approach. looks confident. Make our turn here about 30 knots, 30 knots, about 300 feet. What we're looking for to turn final on a short final like this. Pretty happy with that rate, pretty happy there. Take a look down final. I don't see any traffic. Alright, nice, lazy. We're coming right in over the... we're not making a base leg, we're landing. Right, we're coming in about a third of the way down the runway. Fortunately, this is a 12,000-foot runway, so it doesn't really matter. In which case, I'll pull out the power. That's hysterical. Alright. Here's good. Power coming out, power coming out. Hold the nose off. Whoop. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright. We'll come over here to GA parking by the tower. Oh. Yeah, the brakes are definitely not strong enough. Brakes are definitely not strong enough. Lean the mixture a little bit. Flaps up. Taxi light coming on. Not too bad. Not too Not too bad. It's here. This guy looks. Alright, we'll just nose our way in here. Alright, goes on the brakes, throttle, or mixture idle cutoff. Throttle is idle. Let's go lights off. Set the parking brake. Avionics master coming off before we turn the mags off. And we'll go master and battery switches off, mags off. And we're good to go. I think we're all set. So, watching the rain come down, not bad. Not a bad flight. So, yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Nice little trip along the Caribbean today. And shout out again to SLH Sim Designs for sending along his scenery at Montserrat, John Osborne Airport. Got to check that out. It was a good time. Yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that. Ah, that's awesome. It does look really good. Leonardo da Vinci, I like that. John, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. And Peter, thanks for coming along. Good to see you. And YouTube 2020. I hope I hope things get squared away for you. You get to get a flight in without crashing. And Bob, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean it's working really nice. It's just I gotta set up all the I just gotta set up the controllers and everything now in the different planes. But I mean as far as performance goes, performance is awesome. You know. So cool guys. Well, it's time to go say hello to Mrs. Island Sim Pilot. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we shall talk soon. Everybody have a great night. Hey, SLH, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'll be in touch, man. Take care. John, take it easy. Good to see you again. Appreciate it. Yeah, Peter, it is late your time. Have a good night, man. Take it easy.